Welcome to Hungry for Home. I'm Ruth McKeaney, mother of 5, a lifelong host, and a passionate believer that any space can feel like home. Here at our 300-year-old family home, Hillside Farm, hospitality is more than a meal. It's a mission. It's about making people feel seen, nourished, and deeply welcome. We invite you to subscribe to our channel to discover beloved family recipes, dive into meaningful conversations and all things hospitality, and above all, to always feel at home. Welcome to our summer series and back at Hillside Farm. And again, we have Leslie, who knows everything about horticulture. I really think you don't just know where to plant, how to plant, what looks good, but you know how to bring it on the inside, what to cook with. I mean, you just have a very wide understanding of plants. And right now is harvest time of lavender. So, which I'm pretty excited. I can make this announcement right now, but I think next summer we're going to a huge lavender farm while they harvest it. So we're going to do a little field trip. But we couldn't get that done this time in advance, or this time. So today, Leslie's going to talk to us about lavender, the different kinds. What are the different uses for? How do you plant it? What kind of soil do they like? What part of the country do they like? Talk us through, and then we're going to do 2 crafts.
Yeah.
What are the crafts?
So we're going to be making some lovely little bags that you can put in your drawer, or you could put in your pocket in your laundry.
So they're like sachets.
They're sachets. And I actually put them in my laundry. So I used to actually buy them at Trader Joe's.
Yeah.
When I saw them, I was like, oh, this is a great idea. I'll just buy this. And I was like, what am I doing?
Yeah, what are you doing since you grow how much lavender?
All of this stuff I need to make these. So we're going to make little dryer bags and talk about how you can use them in your dryer. So you can
throw them in your dryer?
You can throw these in your dryer.
Or if you grew up like me with your mom, who would put these in your underwear drawers, and it made just everything smell like lavender.
Yes, sock drawer.
Sock drawer.
Absolutely.
Yeah. First of all, where did you get this?
So you can get these at any craft store.
Okay, so any craft store.
We basically...
A whole bunch of these.
Yeah, you can buy them at any craft store. A lot of cooking stores also have them. So if you don't
Are they basically cheesecloth?
It's basically cheesecloth. It's just a little muslin bag.
Muslin bag, okay.
Yeah, so you can see through it. That way the scent can permeate through.
Okay.
But they're just little drawstring bags. You can make them yourself as well if you have cheesecloth and you just want to quickly throw them on your sewing machine to make. They're super easy. It might even
be a good idea to throw it under your pillow, just so it keeps your beds nice.
Absolutely.
I like that.
You tuck it in your pillow at night. That way you get a nice, sweet sleep.
Okay. All right, well, now walk us through what we're getting ready to do, because like I said, we're going to do 2 different crafts.
Yeah.
What's our first craft?
So our first craft is going to be making these little dryer bags. It's super simple. Anybody can do it. It's just a fun craft to do to celebrate your garden. Be fun to do
with your kids over the summer, too.
Great to do with your kids.
Pull them all in. Okay.
When mine's old enough.
When yours is old enough. She has a few-month-old.
Yeah, exactly. Right. So first things first, you need some lavender. So for these, I like to use dried lavender. Okay. So you go out, you pick lavender when it is looking like this. So you want to be picking it when it has a bunch that are not open yet. You have your little flowers that are open, but you have a good amount of this that is still closed. So those are holding those aromatic properties. So you want to go and cut those when it looks like this. And then I take it.
In a bunch.
I bundle it with some twine and I hang it upside down. So if you don't have a space to hang it upside down, that's okay. You can put it right side up in a glass vase without any water. Okay. And it'll also dry. But hanging it upside down is traditional and just one of the better practices. That way it doesn't get moldy or anything. So I kind of fan it out.
I would think it also stays straight.
It also stays straight. So there are a bunch of flowers that you want to dry that way. One you don't want to dry that way is hydrangeas because they lose their shape. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So you're going to take this, wrap, hang. When I was growing up, our whole basement, all the rafters had lavender hanging from it.
That's crazy. All right, so what do we do with this?
So then you take this is from last year, lovely dried lavender. You can see it keeps its color.
How long does it take to dry? Not long.
It depends on your home, to be honest. So you don't want it to be drying in sunlight, which is why we do it in our basement.
Okay.
Because if you have it in the sun, it's going to change the color and take some of that scent away. Okay. So we usually do it in our basement. Some people's
In a
basements.
closet, I'm sure you could
Closet's
do.
totally fine. If your house is humid, it'll take a little longer to dry
Okay.
versus if your house is a dry house in general.
I would think you could even just tie it onto a bunch of hangers. Just wrap these and then.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay,
So
what
it
do we
doesn't
do?
take long. So what you're going to do, you can see it's already happening. So I'm going to make you a little bunch.
Yeah, make me a bunch.
We're going to split this directly in half.
Oh, it's
and
all
we're going to have
happening.
some fun. So I usually bring down the flowers
To be all the same length?
to be all the same length,
Okay.
just to make it easier for ourselves. And this is a really fun part, and it leaves the lavender scent on your hands. So all you're going to do is go
Oh, wow.
like this and see how they all come off perfectly?
Yes.
Super simple. And then you
Wow.
have great smelling hands for the rest of the day.
Yes, you do. Oh, wow. Look how fast.
Yeah, it happens super
I
fast.
thought you were going to make us do this. And we were
No,
gonna,
no, no, no. So this is just a much easier way, and then you're left with these. Now, I keep these.
Okay.
So something I do with them is you can take all of your dried lavender stems, and I will throw them in my fire.
Oh.
So they make great fire starters,
Okay.
and they also will scent your house,
That's
which
great.
is really lovely.
There you go.
All right, so we're just going to do a little more.
Now, what kind of lavender is this?
So
and
this
do you
is-
do a certain kind of lavender for
That
this?
is a great question. So I grow primarily phenomenal lavender.
Okay.
So it is bred specifically for our area by a farmer in
It's
our
called
area.
phenomenal. And
It's called
so
phenomenal. And it is phenomenal.
She and I just had this conversation because phenomenal lavender isn't everywhere necessarily.
No.
So if somebody didn't have access to that,
Yep.
what kind would you have them do?
So I love a good French variety. You
Okay.
can do English. English is just a little more tricky to grow.
Okay.
So especially in our area.
Okay.
Now, phenomenal is an English-French hybrid. So you get like that fabulous scent
And color.
and color. So
Okay.
once you have this all done, you're just going to take a little bag
Mm-hmm.
like this, and you're literally just going to put this in the
How
bag.
much do you want to put per bag?
So I would fill it about halfway.
Now, if you put these in the ground, would they grow lavender?
They won't, not
They
really.
won't, okay.
So, I mean, you never know.
You never. Okay.
You never know what can grow.
But this is not how you get seeds
No.
of lavender.
So I grow lavender from cuttings, which we can talk about right
Okay.
here.
Yeah.
So we have our thing. It's about a third to halfway full. How's yours looking?
I'll just finish up this.
Yeah. And then you're going to tie. This is the most important part.
So it doesn't empty.
So it doesn't empty in your dryer. So I usually will do a tie here,
Tie in a knot.
tie in a knot.
Okay.
I will double knot it.
Now, how many times usages could this give?
So it lasts a really long time. So basically, when you stop smelling it,
Yeah.
it's done.
Okay.
So, I mean, it
So
can
this
last
is
for
instead
months
of
and months.
using one of those dryer sheets.
Instead of using a dryer
Just use
sheet.
one of these, or literally your kids they can invite all their friends over, make these
Yeah.
for all of their drawers of
Yeah,
clothing.
all of their drawers. It's also a great gift. So I tend to give all kinds of different lavender crafts as gifts.
And what you can do is take a sprig of lavender with this and tie it onto a gift. It could be shears.
Absolutely.
It could be a pot of lavender, but it just makes it great.
And if you want yours extra secure, you can loop it through and actually tie up the part that has the hole here. Then I just take the ends of my cute little garden snips. And if you're going to tie lavender on, now's your time. And then I just give it a little trim and you're done.
I love that.
Fabulous little.
Perfect.
I mean, I wish you could smell this
It
through the
smells so
camera.
good.
It smells so good.
So good.
And put it under your pillow. Put it
Yeah.
in your drawer. Put it in your dryer. It's amazing.
It's amazing.
So,
All right.
if
What's
you
the next
want
one?
a slightly more beautiful version,
This one's intimidating me a little bit, so we're going to see what we do here.
if you want a slightly more beautiful version, we have these, which are called lavender wands. So, traditionally, people would make these in different parts of Europe. you can actually cut it here and put beads on it and people would wear it. So deodorant wasn't a thing.
Okay.
Right? So that's something that people wore aromatic woven things to make themselves smell good. Or when they were walking through the streets and things didn't smell good, they have this lovely little stick to smell.
So what would you do the same thing now as you would do the sachet with these, or what would you do with these?
So I would put these in my drawer. I would smell them. I love them as a gift. They're absolutely wonderful. If you're doing, let's say you're making some tea and you're giving it to a friend, tie this on.
Okay.
If you're giving them a bottle of wine,
tie this on.
Perfect tie on.
Okay.
So you can put it in your drawers. Don't put this one in your dryer.
Okay.
Yeah, but drawers for sure. And it's also just something lovely to have around your house.
Now this is, you're using live.
You're using live lavender because you saw what just happened when we touched the dried lavender. It shed.
This doesn't shed. Okay. But it's all in there.
It's all in there.
Okay.
So you get all of the great, and it dries just like this. So you get all of the great smell of dried lavender without any of the mess.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we're going to make this today. So what you need to start off with is some fresh
If my
lavender.
children are watching, do not laugh. I have never been known to be totally crafty.
That's
so this is really great. This is a new thing for me.
And, you know, it takes a little bit of getting used to do. Just like any woven skill.
I'm in. Here we go. Now, do we line them all up the same way again?
What we're going to do is you need to start off by picking your lavender. Now, we went out and picked this earlier.
Yeah.
So a lot of times you want to get the ones that are kind of flopping over, and you want to make sure you're getting a very long stem. Now, it's going to be the same property as we talked about before. You want to make sure you've got some that are completely closed. That way you're getting the most scent value out of your flower. So what you're going to do is you're going to pick an odd number. So I tend to do 13. A lot of people will do 11.
Oh, here's 4.
We need some more. I think we mixed bundles. So you 4.
I might have taken it out of your bundle.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
Okay. 13.
Now, I didn't like one of these. So when you're feeling them, you want to make sure, especially if this is your first time doing it, you don't have any ones that are too thin. So this one, I know I felt it, is a little thin. So he's going to go goodbye, and you're going to get this one.
Okay.
So now that you have your 13 pieces, you're going to take out, you want it to look like this. So you want it completely stripped.
Okay, so you want one that's stripped.
So see how this has these side shoots?
Get rid of that.
You want to take off all the lateral shoots off of your...
For all of them?
For every single stem you're going to use.
Okay.
Yep. Now you can save these side pieces for your fireplace or for baking or for drinking. Whatever you want to do with your leftover lavender. I actually save all these little side shoots that we're getting, and I put them in olive oil. You can infuse your olive oil with the lavender.
Great. I'm telling you, if we ever have an emergency, I had a conversation with her about this last week. I was like, if there's ever an emergency, the power grid goes, anything, I am going to Leslie's house. Because she could live off the land for a very long time. Whereas I think, we would not be.
But I told her I was going to walk her around her property and show
show
her
me
how much she can actually eat that she already has.
That I don't
you
know
actually
about.
have tons.
All right. But I love that nothing's wasted.
No, nothing's wasted.
All right.
But the lavender infused olive oil is really good on lamb. If you eat lamb, I'm like so-so on lamb, but I like it on, you could do fish or chicken or beef.
All right, this is done.
Perfect. I'm going to give you twine because I think it's a little easier to work with.
Okay.
So you basically want to do 1.5 meters.
So that's...
So I usually go by Leslie's. I'm like 5'6".
Okay.
So there's one of me. There's another one of me and a little extra. So there's
Okay.
around 1.5 meters. You'll have extra with that.
Okay.
So there you go.
And you're going to use
I'm going
a
to use
ribbon.
some pretty ribbon.
How cute are these little things?
Aren't they cute? I did get them at Terrain. I'm not going to lie. All right. So this part, starting it, is the most tricky part of the process. Once you start it, you're good. You've got the rest of it covered.
Okay.
So you're going to make sure they're all the same length.
Okay.
And by that, I mean all the flowers are going to start at the same place.
Okay.
Perfect. And then you're going to take your twine or ribbon, decorative ribbon. You're going to set these down. And you're going to take a few of them. You could do half the bundle. You could do a third of the bundle. And you are going to wrap it and then tie a knot. Like that. Perfect. So you have a little tail.
I'm failing already. Hang on. There we go.
Perfect.
Well, it's not a knot, but yes.
That's okay.
All right, wait, let me do the knot.
You're going to take that part with the little taily bow and put it towards the center.
Okay.
And then you're going to take all your other flowers and bring them back in. Bring them back into the fold.
In a circle around it?
In a circle around it, yep. You basically want to make sure that tail's towards the center. Now, some people are super talented with this craft, and they can just like leave the tail, and I find it way easier to tie it, especially if you're doing this with kids. This is a great busy craft.
There you go.
So, you're going to take this, and we are actually going to start a weaving process. So I usually do a weave around first, and then what we're going to do is we're going to bend the stems over the lavender.
Can I just watch for a second?
Yes,
All right.
you can. So this is under, then you go over. Now I'm going to do it a little bit different here. So under, over, under, over. So see that? Okay, so then, so you go, I went over that one, under that one, over this one. And you can actually do your fold to begin with, but I find it's easier to go through and do this first little bit of weaving, under, over. Some people will use a dowel in the middle or a skewer, which you can do, but I find it actually is easier to do it without. So then you've got your bundle tightened. So then I will actually come up a teeny tiny bit, go around the top right here, so I have my woven part underneath, and then we're going to start to bend everything down.
So, just like with this,
Yeah,
it's over, under, over, under.
exactly.
Okay.
So then we went around, and now we're going to do the bend down process.
Okay.
Now this, you want to do super gently. So yours is all woven, so I would just pinch it here.
Okay. Pinch it.
Yep.
Am I bending these down?
No.
Oh.
We're going to take these and you're going to gently, and this is why we have to do it with fresh lavender versus dried lavender, bend your stems. So you just want to go here. See how I bent that over?
Yeah.
And you're going to bend all of them. If the stem breaks, you have to take it out and put a new one in.
Oh, you don't want that to happen.
You don't want the stems to break. You're just gently bending it. And because it's fresh lavender, it should bend easily. So you take it this.
And you're bending all of them.
And you're bending all of them. See how this is all the way bent around?
Yes.
Yep. This is like a little basket.
Mine is going to be, when a child comes home with something that might not be so beautiful, and you just look at them and say, "Oh, sweetheart, that's
You know
so
what?
lovely."
We're gonna
That's
put it
gonna
on the
be mine.
refrigerator.
Exactly.
And we're going to love every second of
That's
it.
right.
It's nice to do something out of your comfort zone.
Yeah.
Also, you are learning through this basic weaving skills. So
Yeah.
I grew up, weaving with my
Look.
mom. There you go.
There you go.
You did it.
You could just kind of do this, right? Wrap, 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 wrap.
You could, and you're done. And that is a style.
Mm-hmm.
So if that is the way it's calling you, I don't want to keep you from your calling. So you want to have the top to look like this.
Okay.
Now my taily-po came out, so I'm just going to tuck that back in. So you can't see it. Actually, I'm just going to cut some of that end off.
Okay.
So this is coming out on this side.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to go over and under. It's the name of the game.
Okay. Over.
So you can do one of two things. You can gently lift the stem. So this one's going to go this way.
That's gonna
There you go.
over.
So that's over, and then that's going under. And then this one's going to go over. And then you can lift the stem like a pinwheel and go under. And honestly, you'll get so good at this that towards the end of it, where you're just going to be like, it goes so fast.
Well, and the string gets a little smaller.
The string everything becomes easier. And you want to make sure if you're using ribbon like myself, that you don't get it twisted. There we go.
When we moved here, as many of you have seen our property, we have stone walls that, have fallen. They're just beautiful. And I thought, how pretty to have beautiful lavender kind of blowing in the wind. And so I had gone out to Lancaster and bought hundreds of those little, you can buy huge trays of certain plants, and they're only about this big. And so I had literally planted maybe 1,000 of those just on one wall. And by the, few months later, they had all died. So the next summer I thought, well, I'll try it again. They all died. Then I learned that they liked a rocky, sandy soil. So we brought in bags of sand and rock. And my husband was like, I've had it. I've had enough. So we planted catmint instead. Because I think I've shared this before. It has very similar properties. I mean, it doesn't smell, but it's tall and purple. But I love lavender. And what I've learned is I have a couple of areas that do the lavender. Which one is this?
That one's phenomenal.
Oh, this is the phenomenal.
That's the phenomenal. So
how tall does it get?
That's a great question. So I one day want to do a whole series called Tags Lie. So
yeah, on plants.
On plants, because tags lie. If a plant is happy, a plant is happy. So this tag, a lot of times will say that it's only ever going to get to be 3 foot by 3 foot. No, that is not the case.
It's very happy, just like this.
It's super happy. So, it can be planted in a container, but if it's happy, I have one that's almost 6 feet wide. So
wow, and that was from one plant.
And that was from one plant. And then every year we go through and we take cuttings and we propagate them. So that
when
way
you
we're
say
not
cuttings, are you cutting them from the base under the leaves or just anywhere on the stem?
So we take new growth cuttings. So we'll go and we'll take this part right here, hasn't flowered yet. We'll take it, we'll strip the bottom leaves. Well, you can put it in a little rooting hormone. If you don't have any rooting hormone, but you have willow, you can actually just put a whip of willow in water, let it sit for a week, and use that water to water your cuttings, and that'll naturally have rooting hormone in it.
Wow.
Yeah.
And do you have to have a greenhouse to do that kind of thing?
No, we do it in our basement where we have all the lavender over top. Wow. We will grow all our cuttings, and we like to do them. Take cuttings in fall, and then we actually grow them over winter. So that way they're becoming nice and big by the time that you go to plant them. And we will do about 20 cuttings every year of lavender to plant around the property.
Okay.
So if you were
How long does it flower?
So if depends on the variety, and if depends on when you cut it back. So if you're a lavender farm, you're going to see this in full bloom, and then you're going to cut it all the way back so it looks like this.
Okay.
So you'll see these shoots kind of coming off like this.
They're chopping.
They'll get
here.
cut down to this growth.
Okay.
And then you might get another full bloom.
Okay.
Now, if you don't live on a lavender farm and you want to cut for stuff, but you still want to see your blooms, that's okay. Just cut a third of it.
Okay.
If you want even more, then cut 2/3 of it. If you want it all, cut it all.
Okay.
You know, it's now or never.
Okay.
I like to leave a little for the bees. My neighbors all do bees. I will do bees one day. And lavender honey is something else.
Okay.
So I leave some, and I just like to look out and see it too. It looks really pretty even when it's dried. So if you're making this at home and you're either over it or you want something a little different, what you can do is you can stop at this point. So you see I've gone up about halfway. I'm going to bring this around and just do this last little bit right here. So I go under and then I'm pulling it out this way. And there you actually have this adorable little lavender basket. So you have all of these
that's really
now.
cute.
Isn't it cute? So then you take the one where you just wound your ribbon off of and you're going to keep it. The rest you can kind of cut down a little bit. You want to make sure you're pulling it taut, your ribbon. And I'm going through, I'm actually going to leave a few just in case. How cute! So then you're going to take these, and it's super simple. And I left 2 on purpose because you're going to just gently bend this back in and tuck it in. Voila! You've got a little hanging basket. So because that one worked, we don't need to do the other one. You'll see how that one bent there? That's what I was worried about the first one doing, which is why I always leave 2 pieces.
Now you can cut that one.
Now I can cut this one. So I'm going to come around and bring this one down. Give that a little snip. And then you can go around once more. And then you can make like a cute little bow. And you're done.
And you can hang that anywhere.
You can hang it anywhere.
Yeah, that's great.
So if you actually wanted to hang yours on your fridge because you did such a good job, then you could do that.
Oh, that's awesome.
Okay, so I'm just going to come through.
It's so funny to me that that's why they used to wear these.
Yeah, so my parents actually at their farmer's market stand used to sell a bunch. They would make these little posy things that people would wear. And they said they would make a lot of them for people who had to go downtown because back then downtown smelled so bad, and they would make them a lot for judges and stuff.
Yeah.
So then when people came in that smelled really, really bad, the people who purchased them would just smell these things.
It's like my daughter who's becoming a nurse. Every once in a while, things smell so bad.
Exactly. Yes, my brother is a paramedic. It's the exact thing. Like sometimes
you just got to do it.
There's really disgusting things coming through.
All right. How cute is
then
that?
I'm just going to cut off the little end piece.
And you have a little basket.
You have a cute little basket.
I love it.
What a great gift.
That's a great gift.
And it's really cute to tie on an actual present too.
Yeah.
But if you want to make it a little bigger, this you can actually adjust still. So if you wanted to make a super long one to put over, a lot of people will put them over their door handle.
Awesome.
So you can do that too.
Oh, in your bedroom.
Yeah.
Okay, Leslie, how can people find you? Because I know you do a lot of posting.
Absolutely. So you can find me online on Instagram as Ginger Girl.
And I learned that she did Ginger Girl. She used to have red hair.
when I was really little, up until I was about 19 when I made that name, I had bright red hair, and as I've aged, it's kind of gotten a lot more auburn, which is okay.
That's okay.
Things happen.
I hope you come join us at Hungry for Home on YouTube, where we cook, we have conversations, and we do wonderful crafts. Have a great day.